Hello, everybody. This is Stephen Sykes here. I pray everybody is enjoying themselves. Sorry, I haven't sent a video out recently. Been busy with a lot of different projects and things. As you may notice, the background change. I'm in the office, so doing some things, and prayerfully things can get it going a little bit more. I wanted to make a video about an issue that is somewhat near and dear to my heart. I recently been working a lot with the Richmond City, well, actually, I'm sorry, State of Virginia General Assembly regarding changing rights for felony votes and things. For those who do not know, unfortunately, I have a felony for a crime that I did not commit, and like many people, trying to get our rights restored. The issue that I have is that currently now the process is a little bit better, but still there's a lot of holes in it. Granted, the governor is now within like 30 or 60 days, you get your, if you apply, you get a response. But there's still a lot of loopholes, whereas you have to have all your bills paid, uh, jobs, all these different things. There are barriers to preventing you from getting your rights restored, and it's not a very good thing. After you serve your time, you should be allowed to vote and be able to live on with your active life. Whether you're innocent or not, you do your time, move on. I think the society here has a big issue with hypocrisy, and the issue is that when it comes to celebrities and other people, it's okay. Granted, those in California, those in other places, I just don't understand. I look at celebrities who's done more than their three strikes and they're not in jail for 40, 50 years, or not just in California, but just here in the East Coast or wherever else. It's okay for celebrities, but for the average everyday American, it's not the treatment is not the same. And people like to make the excuse that, well, they're celebrities, so it's to be expected, or it's okay, all these different things, and that's not right, and it's not fair, and it's not where the justice system should be. Granted, I realize life is not fair, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you just accept things, and you should stand up and take action. The issue that I have is where that here you should be allowed to, once you serve your time, automatically get your rights back. No more waiting probation, this, that, and the other, because you're preventing people. In addition, there needs to be a better process to also, once you serve your time, to find a way to get the record moved or appealed or expunged, because not every state has an expungement process. And the other issue is that, you really got to allow people to work and move on. I think that if you want to save money, you want to find other ways to cut costs, then allow people to work. You unfortunately, I can't recall the exact stat at the time, but in Virginia, a fair amount of children that are under social services regarding funding, receiving food stamps, and other things like that. I know as well over 50-60% are parents who have felony records, and obviously it's difficult to get a job. If you allow people to work, and stop with this BS of background checks or things, then you would quite chance reduce the number of people taxing on those services, and you can save some money. The only way I think that a background check should really happen regarding all these things is if we're convicted of a child molestation, things of that nature, rape, especially children, you should be with not allowed to go back to schools. I can understand that, but in everything else in life is very much a hindrance when it comes to getting a car insurance, when it comes to health insurance, life insurance, any type of benefits or something like that. They always want to charge you more if you have a felony. And of course, credits, and that's just not right. Let things be based off your driving record. And besides your three major credit reporting agencies, you have all these other credit companies that use their own guidelines, and all these banks that use their own guidelines. It should only be one thing, one standard thing, and move on. I really think they just need to abolish the credit and the background thing altogether, Because I look at the government sometimes and I see with a lot of these jobs and things, so a lot of people is always in trouble. The ones that are stealing and causing trouble is the rich people that's already got something. It's not the poor and the working poor and the middle class. I really think it's just the working poor and the rich. This issue about those who are earning 250 grand or more. Honestly, if you're earning 150 grand or more, you're doing better than the average person and average family. And so they need to try to do other things. But with this issue with the felony, they just really need to stop. The thing regarding it that upset me very much was I was there, I listened to the arguments with the legislators and things, and I was one of two black men there that was there to give an argument and testimony. And what bothers me is, where's all these civil rights leaders? Where's all these uh, churches, people mad, angry about the issue? You see it in the paper. You see people on the news. You see people fighting and arguing about it. But then when it came time to speak, where were you? I saw there were other churches of other ethnicities, Caucasians, Asian Americans, just a lot of other people helping fighting for rights for everybody, which should be. But one person made a comment: if it affects black minorities, and especially black men mostly, why are none of you are here representing? There was a couple of people from Hanover and Chesterfield, NAACP, but outside of that, that was it. And there were no protests, no picketing, and it's frustrating. It is extremely frustrating. I've been fighting to try to get this changed for like 10, 11 years now, even before my situation. And it's like I'm trying to fight for the rights for everybody. But here's an interesting stat. There's a little over 28,000 people in Virginia that has a felony. 305 or something of that nature are black men. And of that 28,000 people, that's out of Virginia, and the whole United States is 5.3 million. It's a little over 12%, or somewhere around there. So you mean to tell me the rest of the percentage, 88% is for the rest of the United States, 49 other states and the territories, but Virginia got 12%. That tells you something. And we need to change this. So I hope that next year people will say something. Every year, well, the last couple of years or so with Facebook, and those who were on my email list before Facebook and also on MySpace before the downturn, I've always updated, send out the bills, everything. And I've asked people to call your congressmen, call your senators. Nobody wants to get involved. And then even involved when it comes to money for schools and a lot of other things. But then when things happen, you complain. So, and then when I get on Facebook and complain or fuss and let people know, like, get involved, stay active. This is what's going on in your communities. I'm not expecting every single person to be out there standing with a picket fence, but I expect more than two citizens there to help. I felt very bad and ashamed that the League of Women Voters, the Asian American voter group, and somebody else were the leading rights trying to explain that this is what's happening to black men. That was their exact words. And we're not there to sit here to represent ourselves other than me and another person. And now I'm very grateful and things, and I'm so appreciative that everybody of different cultures and races and things like that were understanding. But it's so hard when your own culture is not there fighting and not getting out there. So I'm asking for people of all cultures and races to get more involved, get to your churches, get to the senators, get to the congressmen, call the governor, make a stink about it. Stop fighting for stuff that really not right or fair. Some fussed at me about the Michael Vick situation. Okay, fine. My issue with that, just to make it finally clear, was not about that the whole rights regarding the dogs and everything else. My issue was I'm sorry. The issue that I have with it was I just didn't think he got enough time. I think he should have got 5 years. But okay, fine. He served a couple years, whatever, and he got suspended for whatever, and they let him back in. Okay, cool. That was my issue, not that he shouldn't be in the league and this that, and that. I just think they should have served more time. That being the case, I felt like everybody was jumping in and supporting a bandwagon. Give him a second chance. Help him out. Do this. Do that. Stop just punishing him for dogs. All this other stuff. But where's the support for everybody else who are non-felons? You know, not everybody can get out there and play a sport. Honestly, to tell the truth, he break his leg, can't play again, or whatever happened. He's just another gentleman, okay, without a job, trying to feed his kids and a family, which is the case for a lot of people here of all races throughout the U.S. So think about that for a second. Pray all is well. Do take care. God bless and have fun. Have a blessed one.